okay, I figured I'd just make some sort of a video log type thing. I mean, I post my thoughts on the internet a lot and stuff now, but I haven't made a video in a while, and my computer, which I can actually type shit on, is not working correctly right now, so I figure I'll make a video. It's just gonna be me kind of talking, but yeah. Anyways, so let's see. Essentially, life is a creative expression through which we're confronted with so many different types of scenarios in which we make choices, basically through the belief that we're improving ourselves and we're heading towards greater things, a greater truth. And those are our beliefs, but beliefs are not inherently true absolutely, nor are they absolutely false. They're just our best way of viewing reality given our experiences. So yeah. So basically, this process through which we thought we were getting to some sort of absolute truth, and yet we always knew there were certain problems found commonly in religions and other absolutist positions, including some sort of absolute position of relativism, which can make people uncomfortable because people want to believe that there isn't a substance, which is why the essence of which all of these things is, in a sense, an absolute. It's just when you try to analyze this absolute, which we assume would be very complicated, is actually very simple, and so we needlessly try to analyze it, and thus we make it very complicated, although it's very simple. And I'm getting distracted with the computer. But anyways, so we want to believe that there is an absolute substance, but basically the absolute appears relative through all of this analyzing, and you come up with paradoxes and problems and solutions and all sorts of things. And basically, okay, this computer is working, so now I'll just click on, and I hope I can focus better. But anyways, so basically, as we learned about ourselves through this process, of learning and coming towards what we believe to be a higher, better truth, we actually learn inherently more about ourselves and more about what it is that we desire or that we want ideally in, whatever terms you want. Anyways, in whatever terms you want to view that as, whether you want to view it as God, heaven, Jesus, Buddha, Nirvana, the Tao, the flow, I mean, potential consciousness. It really doesn't matter what word you use to describe it. It's just, it's essentially, like I said, it's the conclusion that we've always thought we were searching for, but it is actually the source from which all of these questions and answers came. So we assumed that there was some sort of conclusion which we would reach, but the conclusion which we would reach was that which we came from, which is to say the source, which is the absolute, although because of apparent contradictions it appears to be relative, but in real truth it is the absolute. And then when you get into relative things, the relative things are what appear to be absolute. So when people make matter-of-fact statements as if they know it all, well, we know that that's a relative statement, although he may or may not believe it's an absolute statement. If this is the case, it's merely because they don't exactly understand the language of reality, so to speak. So, when you speak the language of reality, you understand that people, these know-it-all, I mean, not to say it even negatively, because, hey, sometimes people sound like they know what they're talking about, and people need to know what they're talking about, but whatever. When people make these absolute statements, like they are absolutely factually correct and you are wrong, then you know that they're just, they're not speaking the language of reality, or if they are, then they're doing some sort of a test of some sort. I know I sarcastically make very absolutist statements, but everyone knows I'm being sarcastic because it's just the idea of it is so silly to me that you would be so certain in some words that you put together as if it's more absolutely true than like and the other people are wrong. Like it's so absurd, like silly to me. So I'm sarcastic with that a lot. So people generally know when I say things that sound like absolutist or arrogant or anything like that. I mean, I'm joking because the idea of it is so silly to me that I feel comfortable to joke about. You know what I mean? But anyways, I think that should do it for this first video log, whatever this is. So yeah, hopefully you guys check it out, leave some comments, hit me up, let me know what you think.